wizards and witches. Today you are welcome to my channel to watch how to make a perfect butterbeer. Now, usually the butterbeer versions that are available online are usually non-alcoholic ones, but well, it's beer, right? So it needs to be alcoholic. So I found out this recipe and I tried to add few more things to it, and I'm going to make it for you today. Before that, I'm going to give a quick introduction. Like, I know you don't need any introduction, but if there are any muggles out there on this channel, I need to brief them about it. So, I'll be reading from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the third book, and it's from page number 149. Like, Harry has sneaked into Hogsmeade for the Christmas, like just prior to the Christmas vacation, because his uncle didn't sign the form, and he is in his under his invisibility cloak, and they are in the Three Broomsticks, and like they haven't really given more of the drink because it's a very important scene. Like, Harry gets this revelation that, oh my god, Sirius Black, who is supposedly after him, was his father's bestest friend, and also the secret keeper and whatnot. So there's just this tiny part where it was extremely crowded, noisy, warm, and smoky. A curvy sort of woman with a pretty face was serving a bunch of rowdy warlocks up at the bar. "That's Madame Rosmerta," said Ron. "I'll get the drinks, shall I?" he added, going slightly red. Ooh, so Ron liked the gal. Okay, the madam. Anyway, so Harry and Hermione made their way to the back of the room where there was a small vacant table between the window and a handsome Christmas tree which stood next to the fireplace. Ron came back 5 minutes later carrying three foaming tankards of hot butterbeer. "Happy Christmas," he said happily, raising his tankard. Harry drank deeply. It was the most delicious thing he had ever tasted, and seemed to heat every bit of him from the inside. So we are going to make the hot version of butterbeer, but just to be on the safer side, like, people prefer their beer to be cold, chilled beer. So I'm going to make a bonus kind of version later in this video. So let's begin. I need to make it on the stove, so that's why change of location. This, our main ingredient is beer. So I'm going to pour this entire can of beer in my cauldron. Let it all go. Come on, come on, come on. Woo. Okay, this part is done. I am going to take an ounce of vanilla vodka just for the flavor. So that's our vanilla. Next, I am going to put one egg white. This is the fresh egg white, so we need a little bit of egg white first, and then later I'm going to put more. Then some, this is butterscotch ice cream. It's melted. I'm going to put that also. Okay, let me keep it here. Then I have some butter. I am taking some salted one because I want different kinds of flavors to it, but you can take unsalted as well. Then I'm going to take sugar, about an ounce of sugar. Mix it. This is nutmeg and cinnamon powder. So we are going to put almost all of it. Let me just quickly get the spoon. So I'm going to put almost everything. I'll just keep little bit so that I can sprinkle it up on our drink later on the final product. And about an ounce of ginger ale syrup. Now just mix it well first. Once all the ingredients are mixed, you are going to just start the stove and keep whisking it until it comes to a boil, because it still needs to be mixed up very properly. So keep whisking it, and once it gets a boil, we are going to add the remaining egg white. Our butterbeer is coming to a boil, so I'm going to put the remaining of the egg white inside. We are going to put it later because then the eggs will scramble, so we don't need that. So we are going to put it in the end. I put the half of the egg white before so that it gets that texture, like the beer gets used to that texture, and later on we put the entire thing so that we get this nice froth over it. Keep mixing until it comes to a boil. So I turned it off. As you can see, our butterbeer is ready and we have a very nice kind of froth. Simply leave it like that, like just whisk it for some 1 minute more and then simply keep it like that so that it comes to a normal temperature. Like we don't need it really hot. So keep it like that for about 2 minutes and then we are going to pour it in our glass. Now that these 2 minutes are over, I have been stirring it for quite some time, and let me just give it one last whisk. And yeah, and I'm going to simply pour it in this Harry Potter, I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good, tankard mug, we can call it. So I'm going to strain it in this so that whatever impurities like the nutmeg and cinnamon powder particles, whatever is there, all those will get filtered out and we'll have our smooth beer. So let's just pour it. And I hope I don't make a mess because this is not really the angle I should be pouring it in, but okay, anyway, let's see. So after lots of straining, our drink is ready. I have kept all the butterbeer in this. Now this is still warm, so I'm going to cool it for some time in the refrigerator and I'll do the bonus cold butterbeer version later. Until then, I will tell you how this one tastes. So let me go quickly to the refrigerator and put this inside. I have this one. Cheers. Okay, as you can see, I haven't added the froth yet because I wanted to sip it and tell you how it tastes. And I'm not a very froth fan anyway because I read it somewhere that it gives a beer belly and I don't want that. So I'm not putting the froth, not here. So if you want it, you can just add it on top. And in most of the drinks of like in most of the butterbeer recipes, mostly what they do is they don't really use beer. For instance, like the first instance, they don't use butterbeer. Yeah, they don't use beer, and they just put some whipped cream on top or something like that. So it really won't look like this because this is something different. Let me sip it and let me tell you how it tastes. Yeah, I can see what Harry was saying when he felt all warm inside. It's definitely like that. So I have this drink ready. Now I'll go, I'll wait and then I'll go get the cold butter beer and then revamp it and make the cooler version of the same. So our cold beer is ready. I have this ice cream on top of a stick. So I'm just going to put it inside, and I also have this cone thingy. So I'm going to place it here, and it's ready. So that is our cold version and hot version of butter beer. So our butter beer session is done, and yeah, these were the three Harry Potter themed drinks that I was planning to make this year in the year 2020. So we made, or I made for you, but I hope that you are making it with me. So we made liquid luck, that is Felix Felicis. We made the super strong love potion, a Mortentia, and we made two versions of butterbeer. Yeah, I know, like it's as good as one, but those who like it cold or chilled glass of butter beer, they can get this chilled glass of butterbeer. So, what I didn't tell before is that I used a non flavored normal beer, but if it is available to you, you can always use vanilla beer or pumpkin ale or something like that. There are so many different kinds of ales or beers available outside, and it differs from area to area, city to city, state to state, country to country. So just grab your favorite beer, and you don't need to just do all the things that I did. You like, if you have a butterscotch or vanilla kind of flavored beer or some spiced beer, you needn't use the spices that I used, or you can just discard away the melted ice cream that I used. So it's totally up to you. And for all the vegans out there, you can simply just discard the egg white. You needn't put that inside, because again, the frost, like the froth, sorry, not the frost, the froth, it's really not required. Like if you are drinking it at home, or if you have a cozy house party with your 5 to 10 friends, you can always make a pitcher of butterbeer, and you needn't necessarily put some froth in it, because anyway it's kind of waste in beers, and as I said earlier, it gives you a beer belly. So until next time, all the muggles, all the witches, wizard, every world out there, so everybody in all the worlds out there, just keep watching my videos, keep watching all my other videos, keep subscribing if you haven't already, and keep sharing, keep liking, keep commenting, and stay tuned for my next set of amazingly crazy ass videos. Bye.